All right, we ready.
All right.
Hey, Shalom.
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 I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh.
YAHAWAH, bahasham,
Bahasham.
YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Kakodash.
Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Noah's in the gospel of God, lifting up the standard of YAHAWASHI, wherever it may be. Hey, we the brothers here, the JMS Kansas City, Great Millstone, Kansas City branch, coming to you week in and week out. The prophesied the end of America, aka Babylon the Great, to wake up the 12 tribes of Israel. This is pretty much like an open forum, so to speak, because through the spirit, we didn't really have a topic because there's so much to really talk about, from reincarnation to High Priest Ariah, the King Mashah, to the prophecies mainly, which we focus on. It's the prophecies here at Great Millstone, because the other camps, they don't really focus so much on the prophetic scriptures because they don't really understand the precepts, so to speak. All right, so with that being said, man, brother could give me Ezekiel the 13th chapter, because I'm warning the people and letting them know to come out of slumber and to come back into the law, statutes, and commandments, and depending on YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, to deliver us from the said times. That's essential, man. Okay, so brother got a precept, go ahead and pull it.
Ezekiel 13:1, it says, "And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesy, and say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, hear ye the word of the Lord."
Right, it says, hear ye the words of the Lord. Okay, hear ye the words of the Lord, and that's through the real men, through the ministry, prophesying in about the MOTB, about keeping the Passover ceremony properly, about keeping the high holy days, not making this thing a gimmick, like a lot of men have seem to be doing, selling merchandise. They're tampering with the doctrine and so forth. So hear ye the word of the Lord, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Okay, like the brother sent the video through the group meet today, and basically these guys, Yohanan and them, are making merchandise of the truth, man, with the Passover, which is totally off, because according to the scriptures, the Passover is a solemn assembly, man. It's nothing that we're supposed to be making mirth about, or fish fries, or what I'm saying, push-ups, or the Hebrew Academy. All that shit is garbage, man.
Right.
Keep it simple, stupid. That's Jake always want to do too much, man.
Yeah, that's the spirit, man, because he basically turned that whole thing into like a vacation, like getaway. It sound like, like take a deep sea fishing boat ride with the general.
Right.
Like that type of stuff, man, is like, do that shit on your own time, man. Right. Out of all the weeks and days y'all could have mirth and do things, y'all choose the Passover. That's mad disrespectful. And there's a reason why the Lord wasn't dealing with y'all Passover. Was it last year or the year before that? I believe there's got post, because there's in that same spirit of mirth, man. Like this is a time where we're supposed to remember what the Lord did for us, man, in Egypt, and that wasn't no picnic. All right, there was a death angel flying across, taking people out, man.
Yeah, con. And like in this time of prophecy, where we're going is that's really not the time to be playing games, man. Like the brother went into the trucker strikes out there in Canada, man. Like the food shortages. Like I did a video on it today about the storehouses being empty, and like when you go to these stores, gradually they're losing produce, man. Walmart, they're getting empty. Price Chopper, Hy-Vee, all these places, man, they're starting to lose their revenue, so to speak. So as time progresses, man, those things are gonna start to decline. Them trucks are gonna stop coming in. They're not gonna be able to stock the shelves. And before you know it, man, you ain't gonna have no damn lamb to cook your Passover. You really gonna be having to go out there and fish for your food, man.
Right. This is verse 3, Ezekiel 13:3. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing."
Right, man. They ain't seen anything, okay? Because the vision that they're divining is not coming to pass. And really, they're not even talking about shit, man. Because the only thing this guy Yohanan talks about is black people, white people. But who on the planet Earth is black or white? I've never seen anybody that was so-called black or white. Even the blackest Hamites is the darkest shade of brown, but they're not the color of brothers' beards, or the shirt the brother got on, man. Black people, white people, Come on, nigga, come with a new gimmick, man. You know?
And that's what these Jakes do, man. They spew out their own madness and stamp the names of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI behind it to make it valid, man.
Yeah.
And that's what Jake been doing even in the ancient world.
Yeah. Yep, because Paul was in lead. Well, he was in debate and all the time. A lot of times he was in peril of those type men, especially like the churches that he went back and forth trying to teach. A lot of those men, they had the same type of mentality. Well, we should keep the Passover this way. Well, we should do this. We should do that. Same thing about with the Gentiles, which are the Israelite foreigners, about them being circumcised. They felt that, well, if they're Israelites, they should just come in knowing the whole law, and that's not the case, because when we came into the fold, we didn't understand the whole law. It's a case of buildup. So this is the same strife and contention, like the scriptures say. Some preach YAHAWASHI to envy and strife, and that's a lot of these guys in these different groups. And like the brother said, you know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, "O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord."
Right, the gaps are the highways and the byways. This guy, Hunter, ain't been on the highways in what, a decade, 12 years, something like that. Right. He ain't been out there in a long time, man. I mean, he got his men out there, but he's not going out there ultimately doing the work of the Most High. All right. This dude, Bubba Wild Blackfish or Rakar from the GOC, he haven't been out. Fucking Nate ain't been out. You know, none of them guys are really going out warning the Israelites. And even the ones that are going out, they're not really speaking on prophecy, man. You know, like Sakari and them, they're not going into the breakdowns of the MOTB. They're not talking about the nuclear destruction. You know, they're not talking about these things according to the scriptures. Only Great Millstone and their brothers that follow the doctrine are teaching the end, martial law, FEMA camps. Like, the sister had the dream about FEMA camps, man, about her being shipped to Walmart, and she didn't have the you-know-what, and it was all of a sudden they sent her downstairs to a damn FEMA camp. So these are the things that we need to be focused on. Prophecy, man. Yeah. You know, the troops, the martial law, the shutdown of society, the economic collapse, the missiles. Because that's hope right there. Through the prophecies, that's hope. Because when you're teaching Israel, you want to give them hope, man, and give them a sense of urgency to repent so they can be delivered.
Right.
What's that precept where it says, "I will punish them that was settled upon the leaves"?
That's in
what you say?
Zephaniah 1, Zephaniah first chapter.
This is this is Zephaniah 1, verses 12. "And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled upon their leaves, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Therefore, their good shall become a booty, and the houses of desolation."
Right, because all this shit they invest in, all the things they've done, is gonna be spoiled, because Esau is gonna come in and he's gonna take everything, man. Your schools, all that shit, your funding, your 501c3. In a time of a siege, that's exactly what it means. Esau Edom ain't gonna spare your shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Esau is not gonna spare your substance. Shalom, brothers. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, crocodiles, barakatah.
Shalom.
Shalom, Akim.
Yeah, but run that back.
This is Zephaniah 1, verse 12. "And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled upon their leaves."
Right, and these guys are settled. Right, and these guys are settled because they're complacent, man. They're not teaching the end. They're not going into the fact that, okay, this place can be destroyed any day. These niggas are partying like on a Passover, like this not a urgency thing. When we kept the Passover in the ancient world, it was a sense of urgency, man. That's why we ate the Passover with our loins girded, and we had our staves and we had our shoes on our feet, man. Because after we did that, we had to get the fuck out of Egypt, because the Most High was getting ready to bring judgment, man.
Right.
And how much more now? We got time to be lackadaisical right now, man. The scriptures say, any day now, man. Peace and safety, sudden destruction. 2 years ago, after we had the Passover, the C-19 kicked off right after that.
Everything shut down.
Everything shut down, and them guys, they couldn't keep their Passovers. They had to wait a few months, or I think like later on that year, they even trying to do it because everything was shut down.
And they was in the same spirit then.
Yeah.
You would think something would change, like, oh man, maybe we need to humble down, but they doing the same things over and over again, repeating these patterns. They trying to turn the Passover to a damn Essence music festival and shit, man.
Hey, well, what the scripture says, it says forever learning, never being able to come into the full assurance of the truth.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, man. Come.
But it's a little bit more. Zephaniah 1 verse 13. Therefore, their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteneth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly.
Shalom, God. Hey, Salakia brothers, but yeah, man, just trying to catch up, see what's the topic for today.
Oh man, we were just doing a open forum, man. And right now we just kind of going into like how these other camps, how they bullshit on their Passover, man. Because the brother sent the video through the group meet that these niggas Johanna, they're already preparing for their Passover, but they talking about getting real lamb, which I ain't knocking. You get real lamb, you know, if you can do it. But they talking about fish fries, and they got the annual Hebrew Academy. You got niggas in there doing chin-ups, but the nigga that need to exercise the most ain't even there.
Right.
You know?
God.
So it's folly, bro.
God.
But Salaki, go back and now read that again, Toss.
Yeah, this is Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 14. It says, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteneth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
Yep, the day of the Lord. And that's going into when the missiles hit. But even prior to then, you're going to have all types of scourges over here in Babylon, man, from riots to looting to pillaging. It's going to be like an all-out purge, you know? People are going to literally be losing their minds because, like, think about the fact that when you have no food on the shelves, people lose their damn minds, man. Because the common America, their whole thing is bread and circus and food. Like, this society is highly ran on bread and circus and a restaurant industry. Without restaurants, these people wouldn't know what to do without the McDonald's, the Whataburgers, you know, the White Castles. They wouldn't know what the hell to do.
Right. Especially out here in Kansas City, man. The Chiefs and barbecue, that's running this place.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. People gonna bug out, man. Add a precept. You got more on that?
Nah, you got it, bro.
Okay. This is Amos 6:1. It says, woe to them that are in ease in Zion, and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came.
Right. And the mountain of Samaria represents these governments, man, these systems, because hey, through a 501c3, you get them goodies, man. You get tax-free exemptions, and whatever money you make, I mean, you pay them off, but at the same time, you get to keep a lot of it too. That's why they can afford to have picnics. That's why Nick can afford to have those so-called jets going to different countries, etc., because they under that exemption, right? So whatever extra revenue they bring in, they can kind of keep it to themselves as long as Esau is getting his cut to it, man. But that's trusting in Egypt, because where in the scriptures did YAHAWASHI tell us to go and be in league with the governments? He never said it, you know? Lord never said go up to Caesar and sign a mandate to be down with him in order to teach the word. No, he just said go out and preach. But render unto Caesar's with Caesar's, meaning pay your bills, your taxes, but you don't go to them to set up your organization because they heathens and they're not gonna understand or allow the truth to be pumped forth.
Yeah, and there's these jakes that actually believe guys like Joe Biden are gonna have their best interests, you know, are actually gonna do things. So they literally trust in them, you know. And think that these guys are going to be some type of glory on this side, you know?
Yeah. Oh man, that's the spirit, man. Because I saw a post of a Jake chick, man, and she had to post a fucking Joel Osteen talking about, oh, I love Joel Osteen. I said, are you fucking kidding me?
he got demons on him, man. You could see the demons on Joel Osteen, man.
I'm like, but our people are lost. Because what have Joel Osteen done to do any? What have he done for the children of Israel? What have he done for Jake? Not a damn thing.
Right.
When they try to ask him if he can use his church for the whole thing, he wouldn't even allow him to do it. He like, hell no, I ain't using my church, man.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
This Isaiah 30:10 or 30:9, 30:8. It says, "Now go write it before them in a table and note it in the book, that it may be for the time to come, forever and ever, that this is rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord." And the last thing Joel Osteen is teaching you is the law of the Lord. That's why the nigga woman is his number one fan, man. Joel Osteen ain't telling you to be subject to your husbands in all obedience. You know what I'm saying? He ain't telling you he ain't telling you none of the things that the men of GMS is saying.
Right.
But it's saying, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
Yep, deceits, man, because Jake want to hear the glitz and the glamour. They don't want to hear get in order. It's time to get back to the Most High, man. That's too much like right. You see, they're not trying to hear the whole key of salvation as to getting out of this fucking setup, man. Because Jake, they like to be lied to. One thing about our people, man, they love to be lied to, man. Because Jake is a bunch of goddamn liars, you know. So they're not trying to hear the laws of the Most High. They're not trying to hear the prophecies. Anything that does away with their rudiments and livelihoods, they not trying to fuck with it, man. Same thing about not taking the jab. Motherfuckers are running and taking that jab. Like I was reading an article today. They talking about Omarion dance. People are reconsidering taking a jab now because Omarion scared the shit out of them. Well, common sense, they released Omarion because people wasn't taking a jab, so they needed something to scare you into taking. But the elect, man, we're gonna be safe from that. The Lord is gonna deliver us from all that the pestilence and the destruction, man. Lord's will we be of the Lord's elect.
Right.
You know?
Right. I'm gonna go back to Amos 6:1. It says, "Woe to them that are in ease in Zion, and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named the chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came." I'm gonna go down to 3. It says, "Ye that put far away the day of evil, and cause the seat of violence to come near." You know, so that goes for you guys that are like the brother brought out Zephaniah, man. You know, you guys that are settled, you know, on your leaves, man. You know, you cause the day of evil to come near, man. You know, just by being lax, man, just by trusting in this place, just by thinking, you know, an election cycle is gonna be, everything's gonna be saved. Following guys like Ice Cube and Nick Cannon, man. You know, that's you guys trusting in this place, you know. And the Lord's got something special for you niggas in that spirit, and He's got a lot of Jakes in Israel that are in that same spirit. They just preaching a different doctrine, you know.
Right, like, man. Matter of fact, what was that when this guy Biden got in? What was that? Was that when I think that was during the time of the shutdown? Ice Cube was talking about, I guess, signing a petition for black businesses or something, like we got to get something. See, the problem with you, Jakes, is that you don't understand your condition. All right, you don't understand the condition that you're in. You don't understand the type of hell that you're catching. So you believe through the spirit that Esau is going to give you something. Why? Because you don't want to rule over him. You want to be even with him. That's all I've heard, Jake. I want to be even. I want to be equal with him. I want to be equal.
Right.
Why would you want to be equal with your oppressor? You're supposed to want to overthrow the man. You know, fuck, you want to be equal with Esau for? What's going to come from that? Here you got the perfect opportunity to serve the power of the universe, the creator of heavens and earth, and get your own shit. But Jake don't want to deal with that, man. Them the same guy.
What's that precept where it says the house of fools is in mirth, the house of the wise is in
Ecclesiastes, I think it's 7.
Yeah,
okay.
If I'm not mistaken, it's in Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, I think it's 7th chapter.
Yeah. Because America is it is a big house of mirth, man. It's all mirth. All mirth. There's nothing serious about this place. And the fact that we catch so much hell in a fucking joke, that's like, damn. You know,
Right.
brothers don't have peace of mind here for real. You know, we're constantly, like the scripture said, there should be no soul, no rest for the sole of thy foot. So we can't catch a break here, man. You know, you get little trinkets here and there, but overall, man, we're against the wall. Okay, you
That's right.
got fucking kids out of order. You got rebellious women. All right, you got 2/3 out there. You got wicked jakes. It's really no end to it, man. That's why we're praying to the Heavenly Father to come in this thing.
Right.
You know?
God,
And
God,
I
I
got
had
a
a
little bit
precept for
more.
your brother too.
Go ahead, bro.
Good.
God, this is the book of y'all brother still hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you, bro.
Yeah.
It's the book of Matthew 6:1. It says, Slakia, take heed that ye do not your alms before men to be seen of them.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men.
That
Verily I say
marching
unto
shit.
you, go ahead,
No, I was saying that marching shit. Remember when they used to have
God,
to make the whole goddamn intro? They're marching. YAHAWASHI, 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 YAHAWASHI. All that, man. Like, come on, man. Just keep it simple, stupid.
God. It says, Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth, that thy alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray, standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. You know, so these cats, man, they always try to put on a big show to try to get all these big following and these numbers and get more money from having such a big congregation. And you know, you're giving your alms before men, and that's not the right spirit to be in. You know, because the Passover is what the scriptures say is a solemn assembly. It's very serious. Mentally, you know, we're supposed to be putting ourselves in their shoes, you know, as if we were at that specific spot when that happened. You know, because we just had they had the whole all the other 9 plagues that just hit. You know, we had to put the blood on the doorpost. It was death knocking at the door. They would have been terrified at that time, you know, in fear of YAHAWASHI, not knowing what's going to happen next. So we got to, eat the lamb in haste, be in a serious mentality, because you don't know if you're about to get judged or taken out or not at this point. So what these cats is doing, all this party shit, is way off.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's what's wrong with our people in general, man. I mean, obviously we speaking on Israelites, but on Jake community as a whole, it's a whole lot of dick riding, man. It's a whole lot of things being done to impress other men. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to impress Yahweh Shem Shai. Because
Right.
the way you impress Yahweh Shem Shai is you live humbly. You know what I'm saying? You handle your business as a man with meekness and fear of the Lord. But when you try to impress other men, you try to be flamboyant. You try to be the loudest nigga in the room. And we see that.
Mm-hmm.
We see that in Israel now, and we see that in the world today, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all making like movie trailers, man. You know, for a Passover or for a reality TV show, man. Like that's being flamboyant and extra, man. Who are you trying to please, man? Because the
Right.
Lord know your heart. He already know your spirit. The things that the
Right.
Lord are going to be pleased with is not by things that men are going to be pleased with. You know, like owning Hellcats or having these elaborate Passovers. You know.
Right.
Right.
Because you know how we done our Passovers the last couple of years, man. It just been real small. I mean, we're a pretty much small group anyway, but you know, like the bigger camps, they hold them individually now. You know, sometimes four brother, you know, four brothers, 5 brothers, and they branch off. You know, because now we're just in the spirit of just being in our own sanctuary. You know, it's not like the brother was going into how these guys want to be the greatest orators, man. Not a good spirit to be in. Movie theaters, like they gonna say, come on a fishing. What do you say? A fishing trip or something
Yeah,
with the
fishing
general?
boat. Boat
Fishing
leaves
boat
at
with
8.
Deep sea fishing with the general.
the general. What the fuck does this?
Yeah.
Nigga, we ain't in a time of commanding generals, nigga. We in a
Right,
time of the apostles, man. We ain't the commanding generals ain't commanding a motherfucking thing right now.
right.
All right, and I got a precept real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah 17:5. It says, "Thus says the Lord, cursed be the man and trusted in men, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from Yahweh." Right? Because these guys trust in their flesh, they trust in their revenue, they trust in their earthly endeavors. They don't put faith in the Lord. That's why I said earlier in the video, I said that it's General Yohanes Passover. It's not the Lord's Passover. Because if it was up to YAHAWASHI, it would be a solemn assembly, man. And a very few, because these niggas believe and invite everybody to the Passover.
Right.
But what it tells you in Corinthians about those that eat the Passover unworthily, they're going to bring damnation into themselves because they're responsible for the Lord's body and his death.
Right.
So you got
blaspheme
kids.
the doctrine.
You got kids in there. You got women that's on their periods and shit. Adulterers,
Man.
skid row niggas. You got the milk. You got the fucking the free lunch program, Jakes, man. Because all you niggas from IUSUPK, man, you dudes sound like you straight out of fucking halfway house, man. Straight up. Like you niggas fresh out rehab. You eat from the dollar taco truck. All kinds of shit.
Man. Yeah.
I got appreciate if y'all got something.
Go ahead. Nah, go ahead, bro. You got it.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 1. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. Now, a good name, how you get it in this world is you be that flamboyant nigga. You be the nigga that's always committed adultery or that's always on, doing whatever. But as we mentioned, the way you get a good name, YAHAWASHI, you carry your cross in meekness and humility and fear, man. So according to a lot of these Israelites, we ain't got a good name. That's why they call GMS. They say that we are the niggas of Israel.
How we the niggas of Israel, but we do the less nigga shit.
Right.
These guys are openly portraying they niggerdom. You got bottle girls at the Passover, man. Niggas prophesy with fitted hats on. You got a nigga that say you could pop a woman up the ass. You could fuck on the Shabbat. Shit, next thing you know, threesomes and orgies gonna be legal in this motherfucker, man.
Right. That's the doctrine of niggas, because niggas, they thrive on an environment that has no rules, on anything goes. That's why they booming in America now, man. They trying to bring that spirit into the truth, man, by saying everything goes. Oh, that law was done away with. We can do that.
Doctrine of the Nicolaitans, man.
Yeah. This is Ecclesiastes 7:2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go into the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
Yep. It says that living will lay it to his heart, because we understand, man, that we in a time of haste. Like the scriptures say, seek not, don't tarry to seek the Lord. So you ain't gonna have time for all this worldly endeavor shit. And I mean, yeah, brothers, we do have fun. We do our own thing, but ultimately our fun, the truth is revolving around our lives, not the other way around. Ain't taking concert duos and incorporate them in the truth. But if a brother want to do something outside the truth, then that's his business, as long as it's within the realm of the law. I mean, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Brother want to go see a movie, or brother want to, go to amusement park, or you want to go to Sandy Shores or some shit, and that's fine, as long as it's in proper context. Brother may want to go on a little road trip with his woman or some shit like that, whatever. We don't make habits out of those things, but nonetheless, man, these guys make habits out of this shit.
If a brother want to pop a white woman, he ain't going off either, man. A lot of these camps will tell you that.
Yeah. Oh man. And the brother Shalom, brother Corner, he said they had civilians last year at their Passover. Amazed at the family reunion, they said. Right. That's off as hell. You setting them guys up to be destroyed, man, because like I said, they eating of the Passover unworthy.
Right. Yeah, because they really don't reverence the true purpose of the Passover. It's just a party to them. Yeah. And that's basically proof. Otherwise, why would you just be inviting anybody to it, man?
It says Ecclesiastes 7:3, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the house of fools is in the house of mirth.
Right, the house of fools is in the house of mirth, man. Because when you look at the followings of these other camps, them guys, man, they don't have anybody that's really out there pushing the word, man. I mean, you got a nigga that shalom you, but he's still talking about he's a blood. Well, he's a crip or some shit, man. Talking about some shalom up. What the fuck is that all about, man? How the hell is you in the truth, but you gang banging? Because that's that worldly image that they're pushing, man.
Right.
You know?
And that's really what the Passover this time is for, man. It's a time of sifting. You know, it seemed like just that spirit, what it say, like a month during and a month after the Passover, a lot of dudes expose themselves, man. And we expecting the same this year. Passover probably about a month and a half away. But ain't no telling what kind of wild ass doctrine is gonna be coming up between now and then, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Most High gonna probably start killing niggas after this Passover.
Hey,
man.
Lord's will, Lord's will,
man.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Because hey, this the year turning up. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Lord may start smite niggas in the camps, man.
That's right, man.
Like, man, look, it's gonna be like, hey, you know how them shows be? They got the season finale. They call it like the big death. Yeah. Hey, man, you gonna have some serious people dropping in this truth, man, from these other groups. They don't get their act together, man.
Right.
You know, right, man. Cause hey, we ain't seen Nate in a long time. Hey, man, Johanna, hey, man, the Lord, man, look, when these guys start dropping, that's gonna shake Israel. It's gonna shake the foundation of this truth. People gonna really buckle down and get serious. Because hey, Rap the News, that wasn't enough. He was a nobody, man.
Right.
You know.
Man.
I had another precept that the brother was done with that.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians 6:14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness?
Break it down.
So what business do you got bringing, people that's not in the truth, regular civilians of the world, at your Passover, man? That's being unequally yoked with unbelievers. Like the brother said, you just condemned all them to death because they took on the Passover unworthily. But that just goes as more to show how you niggas are. You're completely of the world, man. You're not really in this truth for what you're supposed to be. You still want to hold on to the world, but just have the title and the acknowledgement that you know you're Israelites. But that doesn't mean a damn thing to YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. If you ain't doing shit to 100% right to the best of your ability, hey, the Lord just gonna take your ass out. And you trying to fuck up his most high holy day that we need to partake in. You're gonna be taken out. There's a reason why he gonna put on that body in the kingdom for us to see, what he went through of being of the crucifixion and doing all that. Right. That's how serious it is. Remind you, hey, this is what I fucking did. This is what I had to go through for y'all niggas, man. So don't ever go back off as a reminder. That's a serious thing. But y'all want to do all this shit, this wicked shit, man.
Yeah,
right.
These are the same niggas that invited Sonetta to their Passover, man. So we ain't got too high expectations for you guys, man.
Right.
Nah.
It's just a cookout to them.
Lamb dinner, man. Lamb dinner. That's why, hey, most of them gonna take the chip. You know what, man? Hey, believe it or not, half of you guys probably already took the wop, drunk the juice. Right. I wouldn't doubt it because shit, when we was coming back from the where we go, man? What was at the lake? Oh, look at those when we did the camping thing. Where was we at, brother? Was it
Lebanon, Missouri?
Yeah, not too far from the lake. Down there on our way back, man, we heard intel that a lot of them niggas, man, in particular Caps took the what's the name, some couple of, I think like one committed suicide. All types of stuff been happening in Israel that they keeping hush hush, man.
Right.
But like the scriptures say that man's heart's failing them for fear for the things that's coming on the earth. So if they bugging out now, just imagine when all hell break loose, when the Most High calls the blackouts, he opens up the fourth dimension. These spirits, apparitions and shit start popping up in your fucking bathroom at night, man. You niggas gonna be bugging out.
Yeah, man. The Lord can do things that mess your mind up, man.
I seen a fucking apparition the other night, man, in here, bro. It was like, I don't know, because I was waking up out of my sleep. I don't know if I was dreaming or not, but it looked like it was like a floating spider. I'm looking like, what the fuck? It was floating through the damn air. I'm like, man, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh shit, I may have been dreaming, but sometimes you be in the midst of a dream, you see shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like a floating fucking spider, some shit in the damn air. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. And then it disappeared. look bugged out shit like that gonna be happening.
Yeah, man.
Maybe this time it's a spirit. I think we was talking about that last camp. We was kind of getting ready to go into it, so that's a spirit.
Yeah,
that was one of the plague of darkness. That shit gonna be fucking Jake up. They don't know. They don't know how serious this is.
Let's get into it, man. Somebody, after y'all got y'all precepts, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. I think it's 16 to 17.
I got it on deck.
And somebody give me spirits created for vengeance, Baba Kusha.
I just finished that Amos real quick, brothers. A couple more verses.
You got it. Right?
This is Amos 6:3. It says, "Ye that put far away the evil day and cause the seed of violence to come near, that lie up on beds of ivory and stretch themselves upon their couches, and eat the lambs out of the flock and the calves out of the midst of the stall, that chant to the sound of the viol and invent to themselves instruments of music like David." You know, and that's you guys, YAHAWAH, with this Passover. You know, it says that drink wine in bowls and anoint themselves with the chief ointments, but they are not grieved for the affliction of Joseph, man. So y'all brothers are not grieved, man. It's just a big party to y'all, man. You know, y'all playing music, doing the electric slide, or whatever bullshit Jake does. You know, when they get together, you know, and y'all don't have the affliction of Joseph, man. This is not a party, you know.
That's right.
And the scriptures speak about, like I said just there, y'all putting away the day of evil, man. But the day of evil is still coming. You know, it's not coming a day later. You know, because y'all brothers are in a good mood. You know, that was basically it on that.
Yeah, well, you know, peace and safety, sudden destruction, man. So, you know, hey, blind leaders on the blind, they fall in the ditch. So, through the spirit, man, them guys are done. You know, I mean, of course, you're gonna have guys out there that may repent, but for the most part, most of them guys are gonna be destroyed, man. All right, and shalom to you brothers out there on the comment board. YAHAWASHI,
Shalom, Akim.
Water for tonight. Yep. Brothers taped a couple of precepts before we go into a different topic. The brother YAHAWAH, he typed what is it, Isaiah 8:20. That's the spirit. I was just thinking of that. It says, "To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there's no light in them," right? Because also the scriptures goes into those who should add or take away from the book, the Most High should add unto him the plagues that are written in the book. So you taking things, you're twisting it, you're adding it to what's already written. You see? And the spirit doesn't need correction, okay? Because the spirit is there to correct and to guide, man. All right. So Khan, your pop precept, man. You know, telling you that you can have sex on the Shabbat, that's adding into the scriptures, man. All right. Jeremiah 4:22, it says, "For my people is foolish, they have not known me, and they are sottish children." Sottish means fucking stupid, extremely stupid. Because Jake, they like this guy Tazariak, man. I remember he was in a car, man, going into the whole MOTB talking about how it's not the CHIP, but yet it's blatantly evidence that the infrastructures are being built to pass the Quran, man. That's what the whole thing, Amazon, what is it called? Amazon Fresh. Everything
Amazon Go.
Amazon, they got something called Amazon Fresh.
Yeah, they got Amazon Fresh and Amazon Go too. Amazon Go is the one where it's all digital shit, where they just pick it up off the shelf and put it in their basket and walk right out, and it automatically charges the shit.
Yep. The carts are digital. It tells you how much it is. It adds it up, put it in the cart, and they said they had over 1,300 cameras in real time in there. And like when you go to certain stores, like certain Aldi's, you got to use the things, the RFI, you know what, scanner in order to even open up the damn freezer. So that proves right there that they're getting ready to do away with the money, and that's gonna be the new way to operate. So what the fuck is this guy talking about, man?
Right.
Yeah.
And it says, he's a fucking idiot, man. And it says, and they have none understanding, and they are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. Right? A nigga show you, man. Look, man. Niggas, when it comes to doing wickedness, Jake is all about it, man. When it comes to doing righteousness, Jake ain't trying to hear it, because what the Most High called him, he called him a bunch of rebellious and stiff-necked people. Jake can show you how to break down a loud pack like that, man. When you ask him to go into 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, and break that down, the niggas, what you say? Scratching his fucking head.
Right. They'll know how to fill out a damn PPP loan.
Yeah. A nigga show you the different flavors of backwoods. Black and Miles, man. Like I remember this one Jake I was working with. That nigga smoked the shit out of Black and Miles, man. He didn't give a fuck. He smoked it in a work truck, man. I was like, damn, this nigga's bold. Over there coughing and shit. I'm like, Jake, can you let the window down?
Smell like shit.
Yeah. Like I said, Wisdom of Solomon.
Yep.
Yeah, because we were just speaking on them apparitions, man. You know, the spirit, the spirit got us bringing it out because, you know, we watch these horror movies and, you know, things that like for thriller, but really these things gonna be real life, man. And they not just gonna be in these far out Edomite, you know, Edomite houses in the country. Nah, man, it's gonna be demons in the projects, man. It's gonna be demons in the trap, man.
That's right, man. Everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, because these niggas are heavy in witchcraft any damn way.
Yeah,
especially the Northern Kingdom. Like the what do you call that game? The what's the
Charlie,
fucking
Charlie
M something?
The Charlie.
You got all types of shit. M13s or something like that.
Yeah,
I can't.
MS-13.
MS13s. Hey, them niggas is heavily in that Brudaria and shit like that. So they really about to get fucked up. They probably get to be the first ones to be fucked up for real.
Oh man.
Yeah, those some wicked ass niggas, man. A lot of those MS13s are those a lot of those fucking Gadites and Asherites and Iskarites that was in Apocalypto, man. That's a lot of they ass coming back.
They got that wild spirit, man.
Yeah, them big time drug lords, they be heavy in that shit. So yeah, like brother said, in the projects and the others, y'all be the first ones to get smacked by fucking literally. Y'all gonna get smacked up by an apparition gonna come toss your ass across the fucking room, man, and rip your damn heart out.
Yep.
Speaking Spanish,
it's gonna be the ghost. It's gonna be the ghost of all the fucking abortions Keisha had gonna come back on her ass.
Yeah,
man.
Right.
Like the movie Beloved.
Yeah, that she came back as an evil spirit, bro.
Yeah. Baby, she got rid of. Yeah,
that was her ass, man. She's all bugged out and shit. Yep. Yeah, and that's gonna be a real thing, man. Cause shit, them spirits ain't at rest. When the Most High bring them back to the earth, He's gonna let them have their way. Right. Because honestly, man, if you look at the way our planet is built, it's a very thin gateway between here and the spirit world, bro. Like, I mean, it's literally right here. You just don't see it. What depicted that was a game called Devil May Cry. The spirit world was all around you. You're just in a different dimension. That's why you can't see it. But when the Most High allows them to kind of enter this realm, then that's when they can start doing shit. Because they have a big influence on this side as it is. That's why people do the crazy shit they do, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, man. This is Wisdom of Solomon 17. And really this whole chapter is like a horror movie, man. For you Jakes. I'll start at verse 1. It says, "For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with the bonds of a long night, lay there exiled from the eternal providence."
Yeah, because that scripture right there is where they get what they call a haunted house from. A haunted house, like when you go to these attractions and shit, that's basically the haunted house scripture, man, that we call.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like you enter like you go into a house, but you kind of enter into a different world, like a different portal. Because everything outside of the house, you don't really see nothing crazy going on, but everything inside the house, it's all type of shit moving around, spirits, demons on you.
Like Amityville Horror and shit. Yeah, like you got a haunted house on it's called the Warnell Museum. It's on 62nd and Warnell. It's right across the street from Luce Park. They have attractions there like I don't know if they did it this last Halloween, but I remember reading about it online about the 100 attractions in Kansas City, and they have like a tour group of some shit that go down Halloween, and it's supposed to be a haunted house. Same thing, it's like a road not too far from my crib that leads to the back door Independence. They claim that a fucking cemetery is there at night, but at daytime it's supposed to be like it's called Ricky Road or some shit. It's a lot of fucking spookism there, man. And you know, Missouri is haunted any goddamn way, man. They got concepts of skinwalkers, Bigfoots, all that shit. You know, man. And the scriptures really goes into all these things, man, because you got those new unknown beasts.
Yeah, I was just thinking
That's
of that.
washes, you know.
Right. Yeah. Kind. It says.
Yeah, and you got a caves here too. It's so vast. You get a lot of darkness. You got a lot of demons that dwell in that shit. So them beasts newly created, you're about to be coming out them fucking caves. You're probably gonna see some fucked up shit out here.
Yeah. Well, even just like the darkness, man. I mean, the thick forest. When
Yeah.
we went out there fishing, man. By that water, man. That forest was dense, man. I mean,
God.
we was in like miles and miles and miles and miles of just straight forest, man. There's no way all of it's been explored, you know. Like Esau has
Right.
certain campgrounds out there and stuff where he's beaten trails or made roads, but like, when you go east or west off of one of them highways, man, that's straight up dense forest, man. Ain't no telling what the hell is in there, you know.
Right
Oh,
into the
All
bare wit.
kind of animals or creatures are in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit, man. I remember it was 2 years ago. It was me and my chick, man, and we had the baby girl with us and shit, man. We was down at the Lake of the Ozarks, man. So we went to this. It was in the forest, right? Because we was looking for like these boats to try to rent. And I was like, all right, cool. So I'm like, I'm finna scare the shit out their ass, man. So I was like, let's go back through it was dark as like we went back in the woods, right? I kid you not, like, I mean, because it's campgrounds in there. So they got like the little lights on the side of the road. But as we went in the motherfucker, man, it's like you really felt like you was being overtook. And I wouldn't been surprised if we was going through a fucking portal, man. Because like the deeper in darkness you go, the more dense it becomes. You feel it. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
the
oh
temple.
shit. I mean, it was like, what the fuck is this? I mean, it wasn't nothing but it was dark as fuck. As
right.
we was driving through it, man. I'm like, all right, I'm finna turn around. This shit getting a little kind of creepy. I'm like, let me get the fuck out of here before we don't get us.
That's how it's gonna be if
man.
there's in trouble, man. Because it's not gonna be no street lights, man. What you
Oh
got this
man,
song?
no
This
street
song called
lights.
"The Freaks." The freaks come out at night, man. It's gonna be more than freaks, man. It's gonna be demons, spirits, monsters. These
Oh
these
man,
these are the as we said at camp. This is the spooky aspects of the scriptures, man. And it's
Yeah,
coming upon you, wicked ass people.
yeah,
yeah.
because y'all
Judgment.
not just wicked, y'all are proud with your wickedness. You know, you take pride in all the wickedness that you do. You know,
Yep.
this is verse 3. It says, "For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished."
Hey, what do they forget though? They forget the lavish, luxurious lifestyle. They forget all the comforts, all the pleasures that they were living with. These thoughts
Hmm.
forgot all the fun times in the club, all the niggas they didn't picked up and was fucking on. Now when this
Hmm.
darkness comes upon your ass, none of that is in remembrance, man.
Yeah,
But hey, it's a scripture where it say, in the day of affliction, there's a forgetfulness of prosperity.
right. Yeah, I think Sirach. Yeah, yeah. It says, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. You know, so that's when you think about it, man. You got something in Naruto called a genjutsu, man, where your mind basically leaves into like the spirit world. You know, they can
Right.
put a genjutsu on you, make you seem like you've been somewhere for 1,000 years. You know,
Mhm,
but really only a few seconds have passed by. You know,
mhm.
Mm.
That's
but
why I
it's
said trouble,
yeah,
because they not gonna let you be able to rest, man. That's why we
mm-hmm,
get that 8 more 5 when you flee from a lion, a bear met you, you run into the
yeah,
house, and a serpent met you. So here you
kind,
are, you didn't, you were a thought in the world, you didn't escape from getting raped by some FEMA troops. Now you run into this house, you got demons all everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
Got apparition, you can't sleep at night, nothing. What it say is no rest to the wicked, man. No peace
yep,
to the wicked.
No peace to the wicked.
Right.
right, yeah, man, kind. I think one of your brothers echoed a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Who's echoing?
I'm not sure if that's
I
it's
think
me.
I think it's y'all stuff. You got your car hooked up somewhere.
It might be me. Yeah, but I don't have no audio plugged in. I just got my charger and my phone. Y'all still hear it?
Yeah, it's better now.
It's better now,
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, better. Okay.
okay,
Yeah, well, I
kind,
got a precept. This is Deuteronomy 10 and 17. And it reads, it says, for Yahweh, your power is the power of powers, and it says, and the Lord of lords, and a great power, a mighty and a terrible, which regarded not purchase, nor take a reward, man. It says the Most High is a terrible power.
yeah.
scriptures say the Lord give you over to your strong delusions, man. So like it was a movie called Bird Box that came out a few years ago. Basically, people's own hell was in their mind. Kind of what we're reading in the scriptures, second Wisdom of Solomon 17, is plagued in their mind because when your consciousness is fucking with you, man. Like the Ghetto Boys, they had a song back in the day called "My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the worst fear of all when your mind starts to consume you. Because now shit that you're seeing, that's how powerful it is because shit you're manifesting on the left-hand side is coming back to attack you. You know what I'm saying?
Time, bro.
and that's what's happening in the chapter. That's how the Most High jacked those Egyptians up because it was really their own consciousness that was fucking with them, man.
Right.
To the point it was like they were like fires, and to the point the darkness was so vast to the point it will overtake the fire.
Right.
Think about it, like you in a dark house and you light a fucking candle in front of you, but it still don't illuminate the damn room.
Right.
That's the fourth dimension. Yeah, that was basically the Most High basically opened up the fourth dimension on him, man.
Right. Yeah, even in Esau's science, when he looks out to space, he can see something called black holes.
You can't see through
and in those black holes, you can just see where light just can't get through, even if you shine light directly into it. It's just you can't see. It's just thick darkness, you know. You know, and that's the Lord can bring it on the earth, man. You know.
Well, here the Most High said He's a power, man. He dwelled in darkness before the Lord dwelt in pure darkness, man. That's a hell of a power right there.
Yeah, man.
Because when the scriptures say that over the face of the deep, it says before the Most High created light, this shit was just pitch black, man. Earth was lit up without form and void before the Most High created the light. What the hell y'all think? It was just complete darkness, man, and vastness. Think about when you go into the ocean. When you look at an ocean, say, man, if you're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean at 3 o'clock in the morning, of course you may see the hue from the sky, but that's fucking vastness, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You ain't got nothing but water around you. What you gonna do?
Yeah, man.
That'll
bug you out, man. You're out there for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going on.
The brother had a beautiful precept. If I could read it real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
YAHAWAH 9:144. It says Revelation 9:6. It says, "And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them." You know, and that's basically what these guys was going through. You know, a lot of them probably wanted to end themselves, man, in that thick darkness, that plague that they was in, man. But there's nothing that they can do, man. Their minds were bugging out. You know, they were forgetting things. They were seeing things. They didn't know what was real, what wasn't real. You know, that's a horror, man. But going back to Wisdom of Solomon 17:4, it says, "For neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear, but noises of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances."
So they was balled up in the corner, man. Like oh shit, you know, like when a monster coming to get you, your ass balling up. They was balling up in the corner, man. And it says, but noises as of waters falling down beside them, but it wasn't nothing. It wasn't there. Just imagine you were walking in a dark ass room, you hear something go boom, fall on a damn fucking dresser, fall down, but ain't nothing there.
Yeah,
that's straight paranormal activity, man.
Yeah, man. And I wish I could look up that word, heavy countenance, man, because it says sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances, man. You could just imagine something crazy looking, just staring at them, you know.
Yeah, spirit. Yeah, like they got some shit called frostmare, man. Like when you got those ghost hunters and shit, man, they going to these old attractions. They be trying to talk to the spirits and all that shit, you know. And a lot of times they told them, well, how do you die and all that craziness, man. All types of shit, man.
Right, yeah. When you think about it too, like some of these horror movies, they show you in the movies where the demons is fucking with them, like when the place is haunted and shit, and the demon will come and make them have a dream of one of their loved ones or their kids dying or horrific death, getting their throat slit open. That goes into that, man. So basically, they were seeing daydreams and night dreams, terrors of horrible shit like that. You know, like their infant baby being completely destroyed, ravished, ripped open. It would see shit like that. So this is what's going on. And another good visual is that movie Silent Hill. Because in that movie Silent Hill, It would flashback back and forth. Even the game, they made a game of it too. I think the game came first, then the movie.
Yeah,
But basically, that person would flash back and forth in a daydream of seeing the demonic spiritual realm from modern day, and it was like the upside down type shit, man.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Silent Hill, that movie was heavy. That game was badass too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on, man. It says, verse 5, it says, no power of the fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to light that horrible night. It says, only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful. For being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not.
Right, because they minds was fucking with them, man. So like, just imagine if you light a flame, but they look like a big ass bonfire, man. You know,
Yeah.
like when it says, I'm gonna go back and read it. It says only appeared. Matter of fact, it says no power of the fire might give them light. Right. No matter what, it was the darkness overtook them. It wasn't. They couldn't. What the purpose was to not have light in the domain. It says, and very dreadful for being much terrified. So they fear made it that much worse.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard when they say you panic out of fear, and a lot of times when you're afraid, you make shit worse. It's like drowning almost. Most people drown because they're panicking.
Right.
You know, because they're bugging out in their minds. But it reads here and it says, for being much terrified, the thought of things which they saw to be worse than they saw not. Damn. Shit.
Yeah, that means imagine not being able to light a candle. Nothing that you can light gives you light, but you're seeing these things, these horrible things made of light. You know, like crazy monsters. You know what I'm saying? That's just bugging you out. You know,
because in darkness, your senses is heightened. You don't have your full vision, so your hearing is more amped. You know what I'm saying? Your vision, even though you can't see, you kind of up. You know, so
right. Yeah.
God.
They was hearing sounds of water. You know, they were seeing visions. They were seeing crazy lights, horrifying lights.
Hey, but in this same time, if you read the Exodus, it says the children of Israel had light in their dwellings, man. And it's the same thing that we expect in these days. You know what I'm saying? We do these, making our bodies a living sacrifice and hope that YAHAWASHI has mercy on us, man, because we're going to need it, bro. You're going to need mercy just from off the plagues and afflictions that's going to come upon this world, man. I don't want to experience none of that, you know?
Right.
Yeah, bro. Right. Remember the whole, everybody damn near in the truth got sick. Just a couple weeks, some brothers still feel that shit, bro. You know, suffering from vertigo, man, like all types of shit. Like brothers ain't been 100% since that shit happened. So you know, we operate on pure mercy right now.
Right.
Because according to them, we should be dead by now, bro.
Right.
Type of symptoms that brothers came down with. Shit, man.
Right.
Yeah, that's why the scripture that brother shared says, they shall seek death, but shall not find it, because that's torture, man. That's torture. Because in that situation, you start seeing all that shit, you know it ain't real. The first thing you try to do is close your eyes as tight as possible and pray that it go away. They would close their eyes and then see a vision of their loved ones getting fucking ate up by a damn demon getting their head bit off. So there's no escape. There's no escape for that shit. Once that judgment come on you, that's it, man. That's the fear of YAHAWASHI. That's a heavy, grievous plague that they went through.
So let me ask you brothers a question. Which one of them other camps are going into this stuff?
None of them.
Not one, man. Not one. And this was close to the time of the Passover, man.
Yeah.
This is what, and so this is we were grateful that these things weren't happening to us, man. You know, we were watching these happen to the Egyptians. You know, hearing screams, they bugging out. You know, it wasn't a week of having a bunch of brothers down having mirth, man. You know.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing mirth about this, man.
Right.
You gotta believe Jake was shook. They was hearing all that shit, like, man. And, hey, this took place over a course of 3 days, man.
Yeah, God, woof. That's that. Brothers like, hey, that's a grievous shit, man. Yeah, all that shit they was going. That's something you don't want to be in. And that fear pushes you to. You're supposed to read things like this, which these idiots in these other camps read, and that should put the account of these things to scare the fuck out of you. I'm gonna fucking get right. I'm gonna do the fuck I gotta do, so I don't have to go through that shit. Because the scriptures say that those plagues are gonna return again. as before. And
Mm-hmm.
Babylon being worse than it was in that case, in that situation,
Right.
that means
Right.
this shit gonna be worse than it
Get
was
worse.
last time.
Yeah, worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, this time you're gonna have motherfuckers like you're gonna have a skinwalker out there biting heads off. Like it ain't no game because they already seen the shit. This shit
Yeah.
what came out last year. It was last year the article that came out. So they got reports of skinwalkers. You had a faggot on camera seeing oh shit, putting on camera. You got a fucking skinwalker in his
Yeah, the
backyard and
wolf
shit.
man.
Yeah. Y'all was just
Like,
saying that. Hey man.
The
Yeah.
Lord Cole, man, he just gave you a glimpse, man. You know.
You
Right.
probably get a strike now. You said that shit, man.
Oh yeah. That's weird. Yeah.
yeah.
But imagine like a demon like Pennywise or some shit, man. You just see him, you know, taking one of your kids out. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Getting snatched into a gutter or some shit.
that demon, man. That it used to scare the shit out of us as kids, man.
Yeah.
That had a real fucking dark spirit behind it, man. You know,
Yeah, it was
because like when we were kids, man, they used to have a thing of the raper, man. Like, see how fucked up the school system is. So we used to get these reports around September, October every year. I remember I'm like in third, fourth grade, we kids, and it get dark at 4 o'clock, and like shit. Well, my elementary school was at. It was pretty like. I don't know if I showed y'all brothers the footage, but I got some like videos when I went back to Chicago last year. I went around the old neighborhood and I was doing like a little video shoot, and I was, I went over there at night and I was filming shit with the cameraman just to see, just to get a remembrance of it, to see how it was. And I say that was the most creepiest shit in the world. And I remember we was getting these reports of these rapers and these killer clowns and shit only in Chicago, man.
Yeah.
We never seen him in the clown, but it was reports of the nigga in a white van and shit. Every time we see a white fucking van and stopping by, we just run the fuck home. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the whole it spirit was in the air then. You know, we just bugging the fuck out because you had a concept of killer clowns out there in Chicago. They was riding around and snatching motherfuckers up and putting them in vans.
Right.
Yeah.
Real sick shit, man.
Hey, and that shows you Esau know what he's doing with these movies, man. You know, because it'd be like some of these movie reviews. I'd be watching them and people will. I'll read a review and people be saying like, after I watch this movie, I start hearing sounds around the house. You know, doors start opening and closing the house. That's this nigga bringing that witchcraft to your crib, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta be careful. Like when that Conjuring movie came out a couple years ago, they said a motherfucker died in the movie theater off possession.
Yeah, I believe that.
Because when it comes on, when it comes on, they got that real deep orchestra music playing and it's written in fucking yellow letters, man. Yellow means caution.
They know what they doing.
Yeah.
That's the spirit, because I was just debating on whether or not to play that shit. Literally last night, I had this shit on some suggestion. I was looking at it, I was like, I ain't seen a scary movie in a minute. I was like, nah, because I think I watched 2 of them shits, but you could feel the energy, because both of them based off true stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, too much I want to fuck with that shit, man.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Yeah, you gotta be careful with shit like that, man. I mean, if like a Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers, I mean, that shit ain't like that ain't really. When you go into like the more spirit like shit, we like that Conjuring bull. Like I remember we watched that shit a couple years ago. Like I got the movies here, but man, we watched that shit that night, man. I kid you not, bro. We felt something in the fucking house. I'm like, man, because usually my chick, she don't get fucked with like that. I get all of the motherfuckers trying to hold me down, but she was like, I felt some shit too. I was like, yeah. I'm like, it's that fucking movie. But we're the men in the Lord, so those spirits ain't got no power over us. But ultimately, man, these 2/3 gonna get fucked up, man.
That's right.
Yeah, man. I don't know if it was the first Conjuring or the second one, but I was working in the movie business when it came out at the time, and that movie was. I never really saw the movie. I just saw glimpses of it because I would go in because there'd just be constantly something going on in there, man. Like one nigga got up at the screen, nigga had a raging hard on, man, screaming at the screen, bro.
He was possessed.
Bugged out. I don't know what the hell was wrong with him, bro.
He was possessed.
They thought he was on cocaine or some shit. But
hell no.
He had long ass hair like a Gadite, man. That nigga was screaming.
Hell no.
I got one of my usher dudes in there. They used to play football. Like, yo, Alex, go toss him, man. This nigga wilding out. But it was always something with that movie, man, for the entire duration that it played. This is when I was in New Jersey.
It was
It was The Conjuring. I don't know if it was part 1 or part 2. I can't remember, but that
It was
movie,
possessed.
it was
Dude
always
was possessed.
complaints, man.
He was
Yeah.
possessed.
Yeah,
Right.
he might.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that wasn't the first account of that. That was how a lot of people was reporting that shit in theaters, man.
Yeah.
Because hey, man, look, when the second, I remember shit. They did a double feature in the movie. We went to see 1 and 2 together.
Hell no.
Oh hell, fuck! You going for that?
I
Hey,
about a
man,
double
You
feature.
the sturdy
I got a
spirit.
strong spirit, man. Hey, I'm a Levite, bro.
You a
So you
Levite,
know,
Hey,
we
yeah.
saw that.
Yeah, that's the Levi
shit.
spirit. Y'all can deal with that.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
That's,
scriptures
Yeah.
say there's no enchantment against Jacob. You know what I'm saying? We got
Hey,
walk with
man,
that.
what the fuck? I'm
Well,
like,
I
man.
just
And
posted
it
the
was
scripture.
crazy though, because it was only like 3 of us. It was me, my chick, and it was like another 2 other couples in that. It was like 4 of us the whole time. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I just posted that scripture, man.
Yeah.
Numbers 23 and 23
Yep.
says, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, who hath God wrought. You know?
Yep.
So
That's why you
ultimately,
need the
man,
name of the Lord, man.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because with these Catholic priests will do, they might cleanse your house, do an exorcism, but they gonna put a fucking JC demon on you, and that demon go harder than any other one, man. So when you got the name of YAHAWASHI, man, hey, we up there. You know, Lord will we be the elect.
Yeah, we good,
Well,
man.
because they even said it. That's why they got at YAHAWASHI when he casted out the demons.
Right.
They said he cast out the devil by the power of Beelzebub, meaning he
Beelzebub,
was using
right.
the devil to do. That proves that the Catholic Church, they
Right.
use other devils to cast out a devil to try to cancel it out.
Mm-hmm.
They not really, casting out the fucking demon. They just neutralizing the energy and making it more. Because there's a lot of people who the so-called Catholic priests help. They come back more demonic down the line, man.
Right.
They're not neutralizing the fucking spirit of a devil, man. They're not doing that. Now,
I showed you that in that movie, The Exorcism.
Brothers in the Truth have done it. Like Apostles, they got a story of them exercising the whole damn building, man.
Yeah,
Brothers in the Truth, we got our accounts. I've casted out a spirit, you know what I'm saying? I've cast it. Yeah, I've done it before, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, brothers, man, we finna get that power, man.
Right.
I know a brother was struggling for some things that he was going through, man. And he asked me to come and anoint him and put some prayers on him. And as I put the prayers on him, I said the prayers, you can feel the surge coming out of the brother, man. But see, what I fucked up at, that was my first time doing something heavy like what I fucked up at. I didn't open my windows up, so that negative energy was still in here. That same night, that fucking demon tried to choke me out of my sleep. He was choked the shit out of my ass, man. Like, yeah, nigga, you think it's like that? I said, all right, bro, I got something for your ass. So when I woke up the morning, man, I anointed my whole goddamn house. And I got his ass up out of here. I'm like, nigga, it's either gonna be you or me. You gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm not leaving, nigga.
That's right, man.
You be fighting this bitch all day. I don't give a fuck. And the brother came back. He said, man, your crib feel extra pure. I said, yeah, because I gotta clean it. Because I had the fucking dope head upstairs, man. That nigga, this nigga cross. It's a lot of spirits around here, and a lot of times they're not even really attacking me per se, but this is like a entryway. They come through because of all the bugged out shit that goes on around here. That's the worst thing about living in a fucking apartment, man.
Apartments, yeah, kind.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but that's part of what YAHAWASHI commanded. He said, "Heal the sick, cleanse the leper, and cast out devils." Man. Yeah. So that's part of the job of being a man of the Lord, man. And we gonna get that increase, Lord, when we be the elect to help people like that, because you don't know what Jake got going on in their personal lives, man.
Yeah.
Man.
God. Hey, man, brothers type some 5 precepts. I'm gonna go back to the brother Yakanan, 66-4. This is one of my favorite precepts, actually. Now somebody that's you, brother, with the you got on headphones or what?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody's background is picking up more. Are you on a computer or are you on a phone?
I'm on the phone.
Okay. What about you, YAHAWASHI? You on the computer or on the phone?
I'm on the phone.
All right. Mute your thing real quick, YAHAWASHI. Let me see something.
Yeah, I hear. Good.
Yeah, yeah. It's so it's the brother. It's YAHAWASHI. It's coming from his computer. Yeah. Okay. Isaiah 66:4. It says, "I also would choose their delusions and would bring their fears upon them." That's that bird box scripture right there. Bird box. They were being plagued with shit in their mind, man. If motherfucker was scared of fucking ants or spiders or some shit, that would be his hell in his mind. If he was scared of teddy bears or some shit, then that'll be your hell. But it says here, bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. And how is the Lord calling? Through the prophets, man. Okay, we're calling out through the Spirit, and that's what the church means, to call out. It says, "And when I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before my eyes, and chose that which I delighted not." So you guys are gonna get judged because you're not doing what the Lord said. He said, keep the Passover, keep it holy, keep the Shabbat holy, man. All right. Stop popping your woman in the ass, stop committing adultery, all these things, man. Jake is steady doing that. So you ain't delighting in the Lord, you know. Go out and teach the prophecies, go out and teach the end of the society. Gimmicks and fucking hellcats, that ain't gonna get you in the kingdom of heaven. You know, like what this guy, the Hakah, say, "Oh, we got sticks at camp." Your stick ain't gonna save your ass from a fucking demon, man.
That's right.
Talking about GMS hating because I'm riding in the Benz.
Nigga, the hell with your bands, bro. Psalms 47:2, it says, "For the Lord Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth," right? Because overall, the Lord is in control of everything, man. Okay, everything. You know, and the brother YAHAWAH said, he said, couldn't even get past the Exorcist, let alone The Conjuring. Yeah, you gotta have a strong spirit to watch the movie The Conjuring, man. That movie ain't for everybody, man. Me, I mean, you know, it gives me the creeps to this day, but I can actually watch the shit. I'm built up to watch it, but it ain't something that like I would just watch. I gotta be in the spirit of really wanting to watch something that just like that fucked up. But that ain't a normal movie, man. That's not a normal fucking movie, bro. That ain't some shit. Oh, I want to watch The Conjuring today. Nah.
It's not even a normal horror movie, you know.
Nah.
Because when you watch like Freddy or Jason or Michael Myers, it's a different spirit on it. But those types of movies, they based on real demons that actually attack people, man.
Yeah.
So it was as close to nonfiction as you'll get dealing with demonic possession. But those two men and women, they were doing that for real.
Yeah, the Lorraine Warren.
Doll, Annabelle, that's a real doll.
Yeah.
That got down.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say too.
And Lorraine Warren in that house on The Conjuring, the first one, it was based on a house from Amityville Horror.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Amityville. When the dude went in there and killed his whole family, he was possessed and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was a heavy. Like the third Conjuring came out last year. I went to see it. It was cool though. The third one was pretty heavy, but I say in my opinion, the first one was really like on point. The second one went into that demon called Valak. Y'all should look that up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They called it the nun, but it's an actual demon called Valak. Like those spirits, they got names.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Baphomet, Pan, Valak, they got a lot of names to it, man.
Yeah. Asmodeus.
All this shit from the ancient world, man. Ham used to deal with them demons personally.
Right.
Every time you see it, it's a big, like a dark ass figure. You know, jet black type shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's why you go into that Wisdom of Solomon. It tells you about the things them Hamites was into, bringing out them spirits.
Oh well, it says actually in verse 7, it says, "As for the illusions of art magic, they were put down," meaning they had their own magic and witchcraft. They were trying to combat the darkness. They were trying to cast spells because Ham knew spells, you know. Like when he was battling Moses with the serpents.
Right.
It says, "As for the illusions of art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting and wisdom was reproved with disgrace." And in other words, their spells didn't do shit, man. The darkness persisted, you know. The plagues of their mind persisted, you know. So that proves Ham knew about the left hand side of demons, you know. But
bro, a lot of the movies you got to be careful with, but at the same time, you know, we got to build up our spirit to be able to deal with the shit we're gonna have to deal with. Because if we're gonna accept this lot and this life of being a prophet, you got to be ready to go through what YAHAWASHI went through. I was gonna bring that precept out too in just in a moment. But YAHAWASHI had a dude came sprinting to him from the graveyard, man. From the graveyard. This is in person. So some of this shit, it can be somewhat beneficial to watch because it builds your spirit up, to get that bonus, to know what to expect when you see this shit in person. But brothers, take watching shit like that, is what you can handle and deal with. But just know that you can't be fearing these things that we're gonna have to go through because we're gonna be seeing some fuck shit. It's gonna be our job to cast out demons. So, like bro said, he watches a lot of stuff like that. That's good for his spirit. He's a Levite, he's a head of camp, so we can deal with that. But it's good for brothers to kind of build yourself up and get ready for that mentally. Because we gonna have to do this shit, man.
Right.
We're gonna be faced with demons. We can't just fucking run away and leave. If we gotta cast a demon off a brother, that brother might get his face might say shit, or woman face might say shit, all types of shit. We gotta be ready to go through that. So Yahawashi is gonna be building us up through the spirit to get to that point. Yep. But that's the spirit that is leading to this discussion because these things gonna happen. I don't see some fuck shit. I remember having some crazy ass visions of all.
1 and 2.
Got them? Oh, yep. I think that's the ones I seen. 1 and 2. Yep. Because I remember having some visions, man, of a whole fucking wave, a sea of demons tossing my ass around, and I'd go in the other room and pray to cast out a demon. It was fucking with my son. I couldn't sleep for like damn near 6 months, man. This demon was fucking with us. I was on this street called Tam O'Shanter, which I found out is a fucking witch.
It's a witch.
So what is it called up?
So Tam O'Shanter Drive was the name of the street I used to live on. It was back in Maryland, and that shit was heavy. There was a lot of demonic shit that happened. I didn't know in his history on that street. A lot of witches lived out that shit. So with that said, bros, you got to be bold and build up your get rid of your fear. Basically, face your fears and get ready to deal with this shit. So some of the movies, it might be all right, cool, watch it. Tread lightly with it. Send up some prayers that the motherfuckers don't hop out that damn DVD into your house and shit. But we got to be built up for it.
Yeah, because the scriptures say we not ignorant.
That fucking TV is a goddamn portal, man.
Yeah.
TVs are fucking portals, bro. But hey, no. But look, Pastor Hart said it, man. He said a fucking demon threw him off the bed. But he said, wait a minute. He said they spirits, we're spirits. We're spirits, man. He said they're spirits, but we're spirits too. They're more afraid of us than we are them. When the Lord sends something like you just wicked as hell and you doing a lot of dumb shit, Lord spirit will fuck your ass up. Lord is sending to beat your ass. But if you doing the right thing and shit like that, bro, I mean the Lord is sending to test you. Like I've been suffering from paralysis since I was 2 years old. I'm in my 30s now, man. This is the longest I've ever went without an episode, man. I say I probably had 2 or 3 episodes within 2 years. It's gotten a lot better, but it was to the point I was getting them shits 3, 4, 5 days a week, bro.
I remember that.
It happens to me when I go to bed at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Fuck.
Somebody get a phone call.
Somebody,
Oh, it used to happen like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, man. Or if I'm real tired, that's when they'll fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So like if I'm up all night and I'm chilling, I go to bed about 4 o'clock, then 9 times out of 10, I'm finna get into a fight when I go to bed. Cause I know niggas are there waiting. But I mean it's to the point now that it's just like shit, it ain't took me out yet. So obviously it's like, what the fuck? I'm used to it now,
Yeah.
I don't like the shit, but it's just like, goddamn, what the fuck? But they're just certain brothers deal with that, man. Like my bro Rala from Chicago, he deal with it heavy. He said them motherfuckers was calling him by his name. He said it got so bad he had to move. He couldn't cast them out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I used to have a dream. I haven't had them too much when I was a kid. I used to have a recurring dream of basically one demon, man. And he would only come up in my dream. It'd be like this 8 foot tall, pure white, like goat with like piercing, like blue eyes, man. And I just have to fight his ass. He just had these big ass horns. And that used to happen when I was like, maybe like I was like 11 or 12 years old. I just kept having that dream, but eventually it just went away, But I just remember being shaken up in my spirit, man. I was young,
Yeah.
So that shows you.
It's like
I was just gonna say that just shows you, man, those demons they can really plague you, man, you know, and they persist over time. And there was nothing that triggered it either, you know. It just jumped in my dreams, you know.
Right.
Well, hey, this is Luke 10:20. It says, notwithstanding this, rejoice not that the spirits are subjected to
Man,
you.
I was
Yep.
just
Read
thinking
that,
that.
again, Ox, Lucky.
Luke 10:20. It says, notwithstanding in this, rejoice not that the spirits are subjecting to you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. Right? That's when the
Right,
brother's
man.
gonna have that power. So he's basically saying, don't be rejoicing because you can throw fire or you cast demons out. But ultimately, when you're able to do that, then you know that you are the Lord's, man.
Right.
That's right,
Right.
bro.
Because remember, like in the scriptures, the disciples, they weren't able to cast out demons at first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? YAHAWASHI said, "Oh, ye a little faith."
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, over time, once they got built up, they were able to have that to have that dominion to the point where Paul was sicking demons on niggas.
Right, controlling them.
Right. So, I mean, obviously, we speak on this spookiness, but it's still YAHAWASHI at the end of the day, man. As much as
Yeah.
we want angels and prayers over brothers, hey, it's power in them curses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Going back to what that brother Yawasop was saying, we not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. But we know that Satan and the left hand work for YAHAWASHI at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Yep.
man.
Because what it say in the Psalms, it says, let Satan stand at his right hand. And also Paul said he gave some over to Satan.
They under the
You know?
Satan.
And
Mhm.
Alexander the coppersmith, he done him much evil. He delivered his ass, put a demon on his ass, man.
Yeah,
You know?
kind.
And hey, shit, brothers, we could do that. Hey, motherfucker, fuck with you, man. You can send a spirit to fuck with their ass, man. Send them
Right.
prayers up, the spirit to come and fuck them up, man. Because ultimately,
Right.
we got control. Look, the Most High put everything under YAHAWASHI's foot, man. His subjection. And the Lord said, hey, look, I'm going to go and build a place for you, and we're going to be joint heirs, man. So if we're going to do the things he did, then the spirit's going to be in subjection to us, too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times when you rebuke them fucking spirits, they bag up. I remember one time D-Mash told the accountant, he said it was something in his crib, man. He said he saw the motherfucker kind of people around the corner look at him. D-Mash, man, was rebuking his ass. The motherfucker demon was bagging up. Like, yeah, get your ass out of here, man. The fuck out of here. Because I noticed, bro, if I see shit, I get mad. I get mad real quick. I'm like, all right, bro. Because it's just like, it's something that overtakes you. It's like, okay, because it's like a fighting spirit. I'm like, all right, man. This is what we on right now. All right, bro, let's go. I get mad as fuck, bro. Like, I hear anything, I'm hopping up, I'm rebuking that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll wake the whole goddamn house up. I don't give a fuck. You know? But
yeah, man, kind.
yeah, man, you them spirit, and it makes you mad when they fuck with you, man. I get mad, like when I keep getting held down, I get pissed off, man.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know,
Pastor R say.
I get mad, bro, to the point, bro. It's like I tried to swing on him one time. I ain't know what I was asleep. Man, look, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but I just swung, bro, knowing that you can't defeat it carnally, but I'm halfway asleep. I just got pissed the fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, man, you gotta get the fuck out of here now. You know.
Kind, man.
But we shut it down in a minute. But this is brother John 14:13. It says, and whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that I will do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. And if you should ask anything in my name, I will do it. That's right. So hey, brothers, man, like the brother Yahweh was saying, hey, ask for them powers, man. You know, pray for that. Ask the Lord to take the spirit of fear out of you, man. And in order for the Lord to do that, he's gonna put you through certain things. Or he can just take it out of you just because a sense of courageousness will come upon you. But overall, when you praying to the Most High and you ask him to remove certain shit, he's gonna put you through the test and see if you're ready. That's the thing, like the brother said, conquering that fear.
Yeah, it's a
You know?
spirit, bro. Because I got giving my testimony when I was having all them fucking dreams, all them demons, man. I kid you not, man. I would wake up and look on my fucking ceiling and see a motherfucking shadow crawling up across the fucking ceiling and shit. A motherfucker hop down on top, pin your ass down, choke your ass out. You wake up, you have another dream, a wave of demons. All that shit builds it up. As I was telling Ak, but he was telling how he was getting fucked with as a Levite and a head of camp. Hey, just a heavy lot. You know, y'all brothers had to deal with shit like that. So that's that build up to get ready to deal with the shit that's ready to go to. Because if you're gonna receive the power you know, to be able to sick them motherfuckers on somebody else, you better be ready to deal with it with just seeing them in person. You know, so yeah, brother's gonna be going through that. It's exercise, but I had that precept.
Yeah, go
Sure
ahead.
if I can bring it out.
Yep.
Let's see here. This is the account of YAHAWASHI when he brought out when he casted out that demon.
Mark
Bear
5
with
and
me.
4.
That's in Matthew 8.
God, I got Mark 5. The book of Mark, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, and there came over the other side of the sea into the country of the Gerasenes. And when he had come out the ship, immediately there met a man out of the tombs, a man with the unclean spirit. So can you imagine, like, if you visualize this shit, motherfucker came running out the damn tomb, out the graveyard. This is an exorcism type shit, right? Sprinting up. It says, with an unclean spirit. It says, who had his dwelling up among the tombs. This nigga lived in the damn graveyard, man.
Right.
And it says that no man could bind them, not with chains. This nigga was snapping chains like it's fucking toothpick.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's some shit, man. We got to be built up to deal with this shit. And it says because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains. Motherfuckers tried to get this dude under control, can't. And it says, and the chains have been plucked asunder by him because he had that wicked demonic power on the left hand side, the spiritual power. And the fetters broken in pieces. Neither can any man tame him. And always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying, cut himself with stones. So this nigga had slashes all over his body, looked like a zombie. And it says, but when he saw Yahawashi far off, he ran and worshipped him and cried with a loud voice and said, what do I have to do with thee, Yahawashi, thou son of the Most High? I adjure thee by Yahweh that thou torment me not. You know, so that's the power of that name. You know, and he says, for he said it to him, come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. You know, so hey, that's what we got to be willing to do. We got to use that power, that name, because ultimately that's what these demons fear. They answer Yahawashi, they fear. So when you say that name and you come in boldness with that authority, and not only that, if you would allow the prophet, if you want the hopeful elect the chosen, we're gonna have the abilities to get these motherfuckers off people. So all this shit, bros, be being played with all these demons and shit like that. Just know if you're getting played like that the most, that might be your lot to be casting out demons. That just might be what you got to be doing when we perform the miracles. And you might be one of them dudes that sick them demons and other motherfuckers as judgment.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Rob, it's a precept where it says Yahawashi got all things under subjection, and it goes through a list. It says things seen, things unseen, if you can find it up.
Okay.
Or it say Yahawashi, or I forgot how it goes. I know it's in there.
Quote it again, man. It's
he said Most High put all things under his subjection, and it goes through a little list. Look up subjection in the gospel.
Hebrews 2 and 8.
I think so.
God, there's power in that name, man. Yeah, but we're gonna pull a couple more precepts, man. We didn't really make it all the way through this Wisdom of Solomon. But hey, throughout the week, brothers, I want y'all to meditate on Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 18.
Yeah, con.
And matter of fact, I want y'all to meditate on chapter 19 to read. Matter of fact, read 17 through 19, man, throughout the week. And we probably go into a little bit more at the camp, man. But yeah, y'all, I want y'all to meditate on that. Yeah, man, because like I said, brothers, we in them times, man. Like the brother that had the dreams, he said that he think brothers may get power this year. You know, anything can happen this year. Turning up. If the Lord's turning up, he's got to turn us up too. You know what I'm saying? Shalakia. Shit, man. Slacky. But yeah, the Lord got to turn us up too, man. You know. But if you got that precept, bring it out. And I'll read this last precept and then we're going to shut it down. Matter of fact, Philippians 2 and 10 is good too.
Okay. This is Hebrews 2 and 8. It says, thou hast put all things under subjection under his feet, for in that he put all things under subjection, all things in subjection under him, he left nothing that is not put under him. But now we see not yet all things put under him, but we see Yahawashi, who was made a little lower than the angels for the suffering of death, crowned with the glory and honor, that he by the grace of the Most High should taste death for every man.
Yep. Hey, that's a good one. But Philippians 2:10, it says that at the name of YAHAWASHI, every knee shall bow, of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth.
Okay.
Yeah. God, I'm thinking that. I'm kind of
so all things are gonna bow into YAHAWASHI. These spirits, he has control over all this shit, man. We the men of the Lord, we ain't got a damn thing to worry about. Period. The prophets dealt with all types of shit, man. Look, we gonna be straight, brothers. Just believe that. Last precept, Acts 19:15. It says, "An evil spirit answered and said, YAHAWASHI I know, and Paul I know, but who are ye?" So, Johanna, the spirits ain't dealing with you. I mean, the left hand spirits ain't gonna be subjected to you. Sakari, you are a left hand spirit, all right?
Yeah.
Bubble Eye Blackfish, Nate, all you niggas, man, you getting ready to catch the hell of second Esdras. I mean, Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 17, man. You getting ready to be plagued because, hey, the Most High ain't gonna give you light in your dwelling places, man. All right, the light is gonna come to the elect. We're not gonna have to deal with all this craziness shit out here, man. We're gonna be in the midst of it, but we're not gonna be able to deal with it. I mean, we're gonna deal with it, but we're not gonna be plagued by it, so to speak. We're gonna be callous, like, you know. So, y'all brothers got any more precepts? Bring them out. We're gonna shut it down.
Nah, that was it.
That's it. Got something else, y'all? What's up?
Let me check real quick, see if there's any more meat on that bone. I think that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think the point has been proven with that precept. Yeah, I was just going into, really getting the account of the act of YAHAWASHI casted out demons. So brothers, when you read these scriptures, those tuning in, man, you gotta really visualize this shit that we're going through when we're reading, so you can properly apply it to know, what to expect, what to come. Like the Akim said, man, we're gonna be built. We're gonna be built. We got to be built up to deal with this shit. So you can't be a punk in the spirit, man. And that's easier said than done. Cause seeing a demon, especially in person, you got my shit hold you down, sleeper out there. They don't find shit to go through. I had my fair share of that shit. But brothers, know your lot, know what you can take. Deal with it carefully, tread lightly. Because I remember Ak was telling us, "Hey, look, y'all brothers be ready to cast out demons. If you're not ready, let me know now. Because the last thing you need is your ass to get that demon to hop on you and you turn into the exorcism." And the times we coming in, we got to be ready to do this shit. If a brother say, "Hey, look, we getting ready to go," elder come with the camp and say, "Hey, look, it's time to go. We casting out these demons." If you've been out there boldly and you're out there prophesying, you better be ready to roll. Like, hey, let's do this shit. Gird up your loins like a man and do it and handle business, man.
That's right.
But if you're not ready in the spirit, then you need to question, what is it you're doing in this truth? Are you playing games or what? Because you really got to be built up in the faith. If you ain't there yet, time's kicking, man. You got to get there. You got to do what you can. Because this shit, like the brother said, if brother came out with the testimony, said he believes brother gonna be doing miracles this year. Hey, it's crunch time. Because when's the last time we heard something like that, man? Visions coming and floods. Brothers getting afflicted heavily, or all the plagues and shit going on. Brothers got sick, survived this shit, catching hell from all angles, man. We got to be ready for what's to come, man.
God. Well, last one, Mark 16 and 17, man. It says here, "And these are the signs shall follow them that believe, and in my name shall they cast out devils, and they shall speak with new tongues," man. All right, so hey, man, brothers gonna end up speaking the language. They're gonna end up knowing it. It's just something gonna happen. Like when the Lord told them to go and wait in Jerusalem until they get the power, just something gonna happen to us, man. To the point we're gonna be able to do it. But that's through faith and faith alone. You know what I'm saying? And really believing. So we got to believe and hope and pray that we able to stand in these times, man. Because like I said, these other guys, they're not standing. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing anything for the truth. They're just playing games. So that leaves us by default. We got to pick up the mantle and we got to go forth and we got to do the Lord's work, man. Let's fucking do it, man. I'm tired of being in this goddamn place, bro.
right.
I'm ready to cast out a demon, or I'm ready to see a motherfucker head spin off, man. You know, because once you do it once, it's gonna build your confidence up, and then before you know it, once you overcome that first major battle, because the first battle is usually the hardest, man. You overcome that hurdle, there ain't nothing gonna be able to stop us in the spirit. Like my bro, oh shit, man, you late, Ock, man. Where you was at an hour and a half ago? Game
Late,
time.
yeah, cuz.
Yeah. YAHAWASHI, Brock a thumb,
Yeah,
bro. Man, you gotta tune in. You gotta get on this with us next time, bro. I'm gonna send you the link. What's the name? I'm gonna send you the link. You're gonna have to hop in these shows with us, bro, throughout the week. You know, whenever you get time,
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But we
man.
just gonna end it there, man. We've been going for a little bit, so we're gonna give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahawah, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. And with that, shalom. While Baba Ball, Lord's with you.
Baba Ball, shalom.
Baba Ball.
Baba Shalom.
Shalom.